Hello everyone, Mr. B. Today I'm going to be introducing you to Project 3. Okay. So we're going to be continuing with the same theme that we had in our last project, which is the Mars mission. So remember that you're an astronaut on Mars. You come and you've set up a base. Oops, so we can draw this correctly. And here's Mars. Mars is actually much bigger than this. You wouldn't be able to see the curvature of Mars. Kind of looks like Earth. But here's your base. And it's built all cool. It's got some windows and stuff. It's got a cool satellite on top. A little thing like that. It's got a door. And here's you. You're an astronaut. Everything's all hunky-dory. But then something really bad happens. Have any of you ever seen the movie The Martian? In The Martian, everything's going great for a group of astronauts that's on Mars, but then there's a really bad storm, a windstorm, like with tornadoes and stuff. And this is actually real. This happens, weather, just like we have on Earth, happens in all of the other planets too. In fact, there's a really famous storm called the Great Red Spot, which you guys have probably seen before. This is on Jupiter. Here's a kind of a cool picture of it. They've flown some spaceships kind of close to this recently, and they've seen some really cool stuff. I don't have any of those pictures right here, but this gives you an idea of how big it is. It's actually bigger than the Earth, this Great Red Spot on Jupiter. And guess what? It's actually a huge, gigantic storm, okay? Bigger than the size of the Earth. It's like a gigantic hurricane. If you look at the Wikipedia page, here's a good picture of it again. You can see it right there. But let's find that picture. Here we go. You can see how it's swirling like that, spinning around. It's because it's a really crazy fast, basically a hurricane. And if you look around here, where did I find it? Position. Anyways, the wind, oh, here we go. The wind at the edges of the storm is constantly at about a speed of 268 miles per hour. So really, really fast, crazy winds. You probably wouldn't survive very long if you were in the red dot on Jupiter. Anyways, so there's crazy storms, and they come and they hit your base, and they cause all this damage. Damage to the base. This obviously makes you sad. It puts you and your crewmates in danger because air could be leaking out of here. Maybe solar radiation's getting in, hurting the base. These gigantic storms on Mars cause all sorts of problems that you're going to have to deal with now. And you realize while you're on the base that the only way you can repair the base is actually through something called synthesis. Now, some of you who have started Project 3 have probably learned about synthesis already. Synthesis is when you take one chemical, let's call it chemical A, and you put it with another chemical, let's call it chemical B, and they go through a reaction. This line means reaction, okay? And they form a new thing called chemical C. This is called synthesis, okay? Synthesis is a type of chemical reaction. And we're going to be doing some synthesis, maybe not technically chemical synthesis, but we're going to be making something in our class, and it's going to be a set of crystals. Here's my crystals. And these crystals are going to be part of your base, okay? So we are going to be doing that with in Project 3. We're going to be learning about chemical bonds. And these bonds are formed and broken during chemical reactions, okay? So bonds and reactions. We've already done several reactions in the classroom through our practicals. We've made and broken bonds in our class already, but now we're going to actually study a bit more how they work. And this is, when people think of chemistry, usually they think of chemical reactions and changing bonds and stuff like that. So this is really kind of the foundation of chemistry, you could say. Okay, so This is for project 2. That's not what I want. I want project 3. Well, I'll just show you the checklist, I guess. For some reason, they keep putting in the dark theme. Okay, so if you look at the checklist, there's a whole bunch of stuff we got to do. First off, we're going to learn about the difference between compounds and elements. Let's see if I can highlight that. Those are two different things. They just have different structures. You're going to learn about what that is. Then you're going to answer the question, what are chemical bonds? It's an important thing to know. Then we're going to be learning about different types of bonds. We have ionic bonds and covalent bonds. I'll be giving a lecture about those in your class soon. We're also going to be learning about the difference between simple and complex molecules. You'll be able to learn how to draw them, I guess. We've already drawn some on the board. Then we're going to learn about chemical reactions, and also we're going to create crystals for our base, okay? So this project is, I guess it's pretty long. I think it's pretty cool, though. You're going to actually be able to make something. As part of making these crystals, you are going to have to watch a video about lab safety and then pass a quiz on Otis. It's 8 questions, and you're going to have to pass it with 100% to be able to do the lab, but I can help you with that if you're having problems. And yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty cool project. We're going to be learning about how to save our base and how to do synthesis and chemical reactions and all sorts of cool stuff. So good luck.